What's up, Oshean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 6 battle for the BBL. Today we're facing off against Blue, coach of the San Diego State Azelfs, and the defending champion of the BBL. Blue, last season, his team was the one that kind of made us shift to the way it is now, where you can only have a maximum of, I believe, 2 Ubers, like Ubers. Compared to last season where you could have as many as, for him, I think there was 4 or 5. So like last season he had Giratina, he had Darkrai, he had Groudon. What else did he have? I think he had Lugia. Yeah. So very scary. Sorry about that, but like I was saying, he had a really busted team, and he has a really busted team again this season. I believe I think he's 3-2 like us, or he's 4-1. I think he's 3-2. Yeah, no, he's definitely 3-2. And he's got, oh man, again, he's got Groudon, second time he has that. He's got Sun, which is scary, but he also has Sun with Mega Charizard X. So, imagine taking a Flare Blitz in the Sun from the Adamant's +1 Mega Charizard X. Tell me what's living. Tell me what on my roster is living. Nothing is. Oh my god. So, his team is Groudon, Mega Charizard X, Clefable, Raikou, Tapu Bulu, Bisharp, Victory Bell with Z-moves, Pheromosa with Z-moves, Bruxish with Z-moves, and Probopass with Z-moves. Now, I was kind of expecting Groudon, Megazard, Clef, Raikou, Bulu, Bisharp, Victory Bell, Pheromosa, or Bruxish. Maybe a bit less of Bruxish, but definitely the first few mons to be coming. I did not think that Bruxish or Probopass would come, but they both did. So, yeah, I mean, I'll take that. But the thing is, with Blue's team, it's really cool because he has Bulu here, but his ground type doesn't rely on Earthquake. It relies on Precipice Blaze, which doesn't get the nerf from, what is it called? It doesn't get the nerf from grassy terrain, which is awesome. He also has Sun to help boost his Mega Charizard X, and for water ground types like my Quagsire, he actually gets access to Solar Beam with his Charizard, so he can just use that instead. He also has Clefable, which can take advantage of Pokemon that are trying to set up on its own. It can just be an unaware, annoying little mon. He's got Raikou for speed. Victory Bell to take advantage of Sun as well. Like, his team is just so well put together, and I really like it. It's really cool, really strong. So, yeah, anyways. So the team that we have brought this week, the team that we have, actually, I should go over the roster that we have. We have Dialga, Protean Grand with Z-moves, Mew, Infernape, Tangrowth, Slurpuff, Quagsire with Z-moves, Rotom Spook with Z-moves, Volbeat, Dusclops, Glalie with Z-moves, and Mega Aerodactyl. Now, you guys will have noticed, I have not yet brought the Rotom Spook, the Dusclops, the Glalie, and this is the first week I'm bringing the Quagsire. This will be my last week with all 4 of those Pokemon. I actually dropped them all, and you guys will be able to see after the battle what I ended up dropping them for, as long as I remember. Hopefully I do. But, yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll get into the team builder. So, my team, first things first, I brought a Rindo Berry Unaware Quagsire, which was just max HP, max defense to take hits from the Charizard, because that thing is so strong. I have Toxic, Earth Power, Recover, and Ice Beam. I wanted Sludge Wave for the Bulu, but it wasn't likely, like, it's better off for me to get a Toxic on the Zard than go for the Sludge Wave and get the prediction wrong, versus going for the Bulu. Like, if I get a Toxic off that thing, I can go into my check to it right after, which would be nice. Next up, though, we have a Choice Scarf Dialga here, which is Timid Nature, of course. It's max speed to speed tie the Groudon. We have Flash Cannon, Dragon Pulse, Earth Power, and Flamethrower. Flamethrower actually does more damage to the Groudon in the Sun than any other move I have. I would love to have had Draco, but Draco, if 2 hits of it, isn't a 2 KO on the Groudon, so I need to make sure that I can't, that I don't lose my special attack and let it set up, basically. Next up, though, we have Drew Argo Ninja. Again, another kind of soft check to Groudon, offensively at least. We have Ice Beam, Water Shuriken, Gunk Shot, and U-Turn. My speed is there for the Raikou, I believe. And we have Z-Ice, Ice Beam Z here, for the Groudon. It OHKOs Groudon, which is excellent unless he's Yachi Berry. I want to be Z Gunk Shot, but I felt like I needed to have the Ice Beam Z to KO the Groudon, because that, to me, was a bigger threat than the Clefable. Then we have our Infernape here, Calgary. Choice Scarf as well, we'll bring Double Scarfer again. I think it's the second week in a row we've done that. Flare Blitz, U-Turn, Close Combat, and Earthquake. Again, I wanted Gunk Shot on this set, but I felt like I need to have U-Turn. Flare Blitz obviously does so much work against this team. Close Combat was nice to have for just general stab, general options in case the Clefable went down, and then Earthquake was really good to have in case he didn't bring the Bulu, so I really want to bring that, and it was also really useful for the Raikou. Then we have J. Cole, our Mega Aerodactyl. This set is really cool. I'm allowed to be a max HP Aerodactyl. I'm actually a Jolly Nature with no speed, and with max HP, max attack, and 4 Spadef, which is really cool. We can take tons of hits with this set, which is awesome. We have Aerial Ace, Stone Edge, Roost, and we have Iron Head there for the Clefable. Iron Head will actually do I think like 60% to a max defense Clefable, which is awesome, and it's really useful because if we do have to get a flinch, that's awesome. If he's not carrying the T-Wave, we can just obliterate him, and yeah, like Moonblast will do like I think a no attack, well, no special attack Moonblast from a neutral Clefable does like I think 35% to me, which is amazing. Yeah, definitely. So it's awesome here. No defog this week, which kind of sucks, but yeah, so his Pro Pass can kind of just set up all over me, or set up rocks all over me. Next up though, we have Squad Goals, our Volbeat. This was here as a soft check to the Pheromosa, but it was also there as a really good counter to the Bulu. We have U-Turn, Light Screen, Roost, and Toxic. I have Light Screen there because I'm worried about the Clefable, and I'm worried about the Groudon being special. Special Groudon came in my mock, and also Volbeat doesn't get Reflect. If it got Reflect, I probably would have run Reflect, but I like the idea of running Light Screen this week. So that's our team this week. Let's get into the battle. It's a really good one. I'll let you know right now. It's honestly really good. So you see he brought the Raikou, the Clefable, the Groudon, the Mega Charizard X, the Bruxish, and the Probopass. And looking at his team, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lead off with my Infernape here. So I lead off with Infernape. Hopefully, yeah, that thing goes away good. So hopefully he leads off with something that I can just Flameless right away, or just U-turn out on quickly. I don't want to get caught. I want to take damage. So we're going to see here, I lead off with Infernape. He is going to end up leading off with actually his Raikou here, Ziggy. So this is kind of cool. It is Rash. I don't know if it's Rash, but it is Shiny Nature, which means, oh my god, let me try this again. It is shiny, which means it could be Rash Natured, which means it could have Aura Sphere, and if it is Rash Natured, it has lower special defense, which is really useful to know. So I just want to keep that in the back of my head throughout the entire game. So he's going to exert pressure. I'm going to go for the U-turn here. It's my only play really. I don't want to take a T-Bolt from this thing. I do live it. We don't OHKO with a Flare Blitz for some reason. I wish we did. Had we OHKO'd there, I probably would have just gone for the Flare Blitz, but we don't. So it is what it is. And we're going to go right into Squad Goals. Our Volbeat here. I didn't want to go into my Quagsire predicting the HP Grass, and he's going to go for the Volt Switch here. Had I gone for it, the Quagsire would have been great. And that damage there shows me he is 100% Specs. So he's a Specs, and he could be Modest or Rash. Like I also found that from that damage, which is amazing. So right here, he goes into his Charizard. I'm thinking like, okay, this thing's in. I don't want getting up a Dragon Dance. I'm just going to go for Toxic right here. And he actually just pulls a double and goes right back out into Ziggy the Raikou. I will take it. I will take it. So he goes back out of this thing. I'm just going to go for the Toxic here. Toxic will be able to wear this thing down, which is excellent. And just having it on a timer, which is really nice. Also, he can go for the Volt Switch. I'll live the next hit because I'm going to go for the Roost right here. And depending on what he does, hopefully go for Hidden Power Grass, predicting my Quagsire. And I'm just going to go for the Light Screen after the next play. So I'm going to go for the Roost right here as he takes some Toxic damage. And hopefully we can get back up to around fullish. I don't think we're going to get back to exactly full, but maybe like a couple points off of it. So we get back up. Out of 171, we get to 169, not bad. Anyways, he goes for the Shadow Ball here, and we can take these hits like any day of the week. So 169, we go down to 83. I believe that's what we were at before, but we do have leftovers recovery. So I'm just going to go for a Light Screen here. That's what we locked himself into. Cool, fine by me. He's getting up more Toxic Chip, which is excellent. The more he gets worn down, the better. So I'm going to go for Light Screen here, and I don't know what he's going to go into now. He ends up switching on. He goes into Newman, and this is definitely the Probopass. And shout out to Newman, champion of the Ocean League Division 1, Season 1. We go for Light Screen here, and he's going to be able to get up his rocks here. I'm going to go for the U-turn. It's going to be a slow U-turn unless he's got no investment in speed. I do have actually no IVs in my Volbeat speed stat, and he's going to go for the rocks here. I'm like, okay, it kind of sucks. I wish I could have got my switch in before he went for rocks, but I didn't know he was going to go for that. I thought he was going to go for the Power Gem maybe, but it's okay. U-turn comes out. We break a Sash that's there potentially, and I can now go into my answer, which is going to be, I believe, my Infernape here. Now, Infernape, obviously, it won't OHKO with the Flare Blitz, but to me, it's my only play. I don't want to go for the close combat yet because he hasn't Mega Evolved his Charizard, and it's just not a good play to me, I don't think. But he's going to go into his Charizard here, and really unfortunate, I didn't think he was going to go into that, as I'm yawning all over the place. Oh, I'm tired. Anyways, he's going to take over half from this, and it just because of the critical hits. I wish I had Rocks up. Oh man, Rocks would make this game so much easier, but I just didn't even bother bringing them. Anyways, I'm going to switch out now, and I go back into Derp, my Quagsire, and we're going to be able to take a decent amount of damage from the potential Flare Blitz or Outrage or Dragon Claw, or if he goes for Dragon Dance, it's scary. But no, he's going to Mega Evolve, and he's actually going to be able to go ahead and click the Roost button here. So he goes for the Roost, he's going to gain back a ton of HP, and I really wish he had just gone for an Outrage. I probably would have dropped to 2 of them, but I would be able to get rid of the Charizard early on, which would have been great. But I'm going to go for the Earth Power here, just in case he wants to stay in. I have no reason to go for Toxic right now. And he's going to go into Nico here, which is his Clefable, and I really wish I did go for the Toxic, because I would know right away if this thing is unaware, or if it's Magic Guard. If he would have taken no damage from the Toxic, then he would have definitely been Magic Guard, which would mean I would play around this thing very, very differently. But anyways, he's going to go probably for the Moonblast here, and I don't want him to set up all over me, so I'm just going to switch out and I go right into my Dialga here. Now, this is a really cool way to do this because Dialga obviously is a Flash Cannon. It's going to do a ton of damage to him, and I want to just go for more Flash Cannons, but the thing is, because he has the Charizard around and it's still got tons of HP, I can't really just safely go for Flash Cannon, and I don't want to go for the Dragon Pulse, predicting this thing to go for the to go into the Charizard. I don't want to go for the Earth Power either because it's going to do nothing, but so I just go for the Flash Cannon. But unfortunately, he does go into Lizard here, so I wish I had clicked the Earth Power, but it is what it is. Flash Cannon comes out. I think right now he has no resistances on his team to the Earth Power, so I should have probably just gone for that. Yeah, so dumb mistake on my part, but I'm going to switch out now, and I'm going to go right into my Volbeat, I believe, and just sack this thing off. It really has no reason to be around anymore. It can't toxic anything. I don't feel like it should be toxic anything else. It's just not as needed as my Quagsire is. But I go into the Volbeat, and I sack it off to the Outreach, which is excellent, because now I can figure out, I can just kill this thing. So I can go into my Infinite now, and I was debating this play for a long time, because obviously, Blue didn't know if I was Scarfed Dialga. He had no idea. So my play could have been, I go into Dialga and I click Dragon Pulse or Earth Power. Earth Power, Dragon Pulse would have KO'd him. Or I could have gone into my Infernape. Infernape is a roll to KO with Earthquake. It's a roll in my favor. It's very heavily skewed in my favor, but it's still a roll nonetheless. And if you guys watch the PCL game, you'll know that rolls suck sometimes. So yeah, but I decided to say screw it. I'm going to my Infernape. I feel like hiding the fact that I'm Scarfed is more important than potentially getting the roll. So I'm going to go into my Infernape. I get hit by Stealth Rocks. I'm going to go for the Earthquake. And do we get the KO? It'd be really big if we did. If we didn't, we'd lose our Infinite, obviously, to the Outrage. But you're going to see here, we do a ton of damage, and we actually pick up the KO, which is awesome. So thankfully, down goes the Charizard. And now at this point, my Quagsire is the least useful member of my team. So yeah, but he goes into Nico here, which is his Clefable. I'm going to go hard into my Quagsire here. I want to talk to this thing. I want to find out if he is, if he is Magikarp or not. So I'm going to go for a Toxic right away. And we're going to see here, Moonblast comes out. Moonblast is going to do a decent chunk of damage to me. Obviously, I'm unaware. So even if he was a Calm Mindset, it would still be doing the same amount of damage to me every turn, which is useful because I could just keep getting back some HP. But the only thing is, I would never be able to outstall him. I'd be able to outstall him out of Moonblast, I think. But, man, it'd be tough. Anyways, he's going to go for the Calm Mind here. And he's going to now show that he's a very, very big threat to me. The good news is, if I absolutely need to, I can stall him out of PP, but I don't think it's going to be possible, and I'm really scared now. So my play is, I think he's going to go for another Calm Mind. That's what I think is going to happen. So I'm going to go hard into my Infernape and just go for the Flare Blitz, force him to kill me, and yeah. But you're going to see here, he doesn't go for another Calm Mind. He's just going to go ahead and click the Moonblast button, and the Moonblast button is going to obliterate us, and I'm not looking forward to facing off this Clefable. Oh my god. So I'm doing some calculation, seeing, okay, my Aerodactyl is my play here. Aerodactyl, it's super bulky, it's super strong, and it's super fast. It's a really good combination. So I'm going to Mega Evolve here, and I could go for the Stone Edge, which has a high chance to crit, and a crit would KO this thing, pretty sure, or bring it down to like 10%. But an Iron Head does over half, and it's guaranteed to hit. It also does around like 55-60%. So that's my play. I'm going to Mega Evolve here and click Iron Head. Now, because we have so much bulk, we actually don't drop to a +1 Moonblast. +1 Moonblast doesn't even do 50%. It's like 49% max. That's it. 49.7 I think is the roll, which is nothing. I can roost off that damage for days, and you're going to see here with this damage, I will take that damage. And we actually do get lucky and get the flinch here, and this is big because now I can go for another Iron Head, and I can do more damage to this thing and potentially knock it out, and definitely be able to knock it out. So very big flinch there, but obviously it wouldn't have KO'd us with the Moonblast. We would have definitely lived the hits. And he's going to go back out into his Probopass into Newman, and this thing is going to take a decent chunk of damage. And now I'm thinking to myself, he's going to drop to an Earthquake if I have one. So he could either do one of two things. He could double, or he could be Shuckleberry, and he could go for the Thunder Wave. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the Thunder Wave. So because of that, I'm going to switch out. If I knew he didn't have Thunder Wave, then I would have probably stayed in and gone for Iron Heads until it dropped, and probably just roosted up any damage you want to go for, because I actually live a Power Gem from a max special attack, a Probopass, not no special attack, max special attack Probopass. It does not do more than half to me. So that's awesome. So I'm going to just go and switch out now, and I go hard into, I believe, my Quagsire here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I go into Quagsire, and I can just go and fire off. I believe I go for the Earth Power as well here, and he's going to go for the Power Gem, and this is going to do very little damage to me, not a crazy amount, and from this damage I find that he is pretty much a offensive Probopass. So I'm going to go for the Earth Power here, and I really want to double out back to my Aerodactyl, predicting the Clefable, but I just didn't do it, and that really hurts. It was a really big step behind. It honestly could have been something that really costed me the game here, but we're going to see how it goes here. I mean, honestly, if he has the Soft Boiled, I I can try and just wear him down with with Recover, and hopefully I can get rid of the PP on Moonblast. But I don't know, he might have another attacking move. So in comes my Aerodactyl here. He's going to be able to go for the Softboil. He's going to get back up to just about full health. And this is really unfortunate because I really got lucky getting the flinch there on the Clefable, and I really wish that I had been able to take advantage of it more, but I didn't. It is what it is. I'm going to go for the Iron Head again. We should bring this thing back down to around 30%-ish, and yeah, but he's going to switch out now. I'm thinking, okay, he goes back to Probopass, that's fine by me, but no, he goes into Ruby here, which is the Groudon, and this thing finally makes an appearance. This monster is here. I'm honestly terrified of this thing. I actually hate this Pokemon. God, it's terrifying. So I go for the Iron Head, and this does nothing. And I'm thinking he can go for the Rock Polish, or he can go for an attack. If he goes for an attack, he KOs me. If it's a Rock Polish, I'm better off attacking him. I thought he was going to KO me. So I'm going to go and switch out into my Quagsire to sack it off. And unfortunately for me, he goes for the Rock Polish, and at this point, it's game. Nothing on my team outspeeds him. Dialga drops to a Precipice Blades. Greninja doesn't outspeed him. It drops to a Precipice Blades, and good lord, this is such a cool animation. Man, I haven't made the thumbnail yet. I hope that's the thumbnail. Anyways, down goes Derp here, and really unfortunate, but I go into my Greninja here, and the reason I went Greninja and I went hard Greninja is because I just wanted to go and try and get damage off on this thing. I really had no hope, so I'm just going to go for a Z Ice move, the Ice Beam Z, and hopefully KO, and he switches out, and I'm like, really? He swapped out. That's huge. That gives me another chance at success here. So he goes into Clefable, which is also the best case scenario, because obviously I had the Gunk Shot, and Gunk Shot would have done 10 damage to this thing, but I still would have to land it. Versus the Ice Beam Z, an Ice Beam Z into a regular Ice Beam will KO the Clefable. So that's excellent. It's awesome. I just thank God he swapped out, because we lost right there had he stayed in. So we got lucky there, I guess. But Ice Beam Z Sub-Zero Slammer will come out, and it's going to do a huge chunk of damage to the Clefable. It's not going to be able to KO. It doesn't do anywhere near that much, but it does enough to be able to put him in range of the second Ice Beam. So I'm going to go for that Ice Beam right now. Hopefully we manage to get the roll, because it is, again, a roll. So Ice Beam comes out. Do we manage to KO him? Do we? Do we? Yes, we do, thankfully, because this thing would have gone for Softball and then just, like, shot all over me. So, yeah. But anyways, Sunlight Fades, he goes back into Ruby here, and this is, again, a good play. I can go for the Ice Beam here, but my play here is actually just go for the U-turn. Go for the U-turn. He's probably going to go for the Rock Polish. And, yeah, I mean, I just can't let this thing... Look, I can't have this thing be... Let's see. I can't have this thing get set up. That's what I want to say. So I'm going to go for the U-turn here. As he actually goes into his what is this thing called? His Probopass. And, oh no, I went for the Ice Beam there because I want to get Chip on. That's what I want to do. My bad. My bad. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Anyways, he goes into the Probopass here, and it was a really good play because, one, he kept me in there. He was in range. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I misremembered. But he goes into the Probopass here because now a Surf won't KO him. A Water Shuriken won't KO him. So, good play. He now has free switching into his Probopass, which is excellent. And I'm going to go, now I go for the U-turn, I believe. Or no, I just switch out, and I go into, I believe, my Dialga here. I'm just going to click the Flash Cannon. And he's going to go for, I believe, the Power Gem here as well, right? Power Gem would make this the most sense because, obviously, I'm an Ice type. Yeah, so Power Gem comes out, and it's going to do nothing to me. I mean, it does 30 health, which is, it's okay. But I'm going to go for the Flash Cannon now. And Flash Cannon, again, this is another roll. It's heavily in my favor from what it looks like. And we do manage to pick up the KO there, which is awesome. So Dialga picks up a KO. Amazing. And, yeah, but in comes Ziggy. This is what he has left. He has this, the Bruxish, and the Groudon left. I'm going to go for the Flash Cannon here again. I'm going to stay in and just attack him. He's going to know I'm Scarf now. But if he goes for Volt Switch, we actually live the hit. So I'm going to go for Flash Cannon. We do know he's Rash Nature or Modest Nature, and this damage shows me he's probably Rash Natured. And it is a not very effective hit, which kind of sucks. So we're going to attack him and down, well, not down goes our Dialga, but I should have gone for the Earth Power against the Probopass. I thought it was going to be Shucker Berry. I still don't know if it is Shucker Berry or not. If it was, then I definitely made the right play going for the Flash Cannon. But had I gone for the Earth Power there, I would have been in a better spot. Anyways, in comes Ruby though again, and this thing, it's free setup all over me. But the good news is Sun is about to wear it off, and I can get off a free Flash Cannon against him and do a huge chunk of damage to him. So Flash Cannon comes out, and this is going to do... I mean, I'm okay with his damage. We did like 55% there. I will take it. He goes for the Rock Polish. He's going to outspeed us now. He can go for the Fire Blast or the Precipice Blades or whatever. Hopefully he has an accurate, like a 100% accurate move. But yeah, so he's going to go for the Fire Punch there, and Fire Punch is going to obliterate us. So Groudon picks up, I believe that's its second KO of the game. And yeah, but the good thing for us is we have Water Shuriken. He doesn't know it. So I can just stay in, click Water Shuriken, and pick up a kill on the Groudon. So Greninja, which already has a kill on the Clefable this week, can go for the Water Shuriken and pick off the Groudon. Thankfully, we don't even need multiple hits because the sun is gone. I think if the sun was up, we would need at least 3 hits. No, we would just need 2 hits. Never mind. So, yeah, thankfully, we got the KO on the ground. The thing is gone. We minimized the damage it could do to us. But in comes this thing. Now, I don't know what to do here. Because he can go for the Swords Dance and he can just Aqua Jet through my entire roster. So my play is just go for the U-turn here. So I'm going to just go for U-turn here as he's going to be able to fire off his Z move. I'm like, he outspeeds me? How does he outspeed me? What? He ends up being actually something I really didn't expect to be coming, and it's a really good set because it actually runs through my entire team. He ends up being Z-Snatch, which boosts his speed by 2. And if for some reason I go for Work Up or Swords Dance or whatever, he's going to just be in a really good spot. So I go for the U-turn here, I transform to a Bug type, and we're going to be able to manage to bring this thing down to like 25%. I'm going to go hard into my my Aerodactyl here. He's going to be able to go for the Aqua Jet or the Crunch. At this point, he'll probably just reveal whatever move he has. He does outspeed me even if I was max speed with a Jolly Nature. So he's going to go for the Crunch here, and this is going to be able to pick off my Aerodactyl. And at this point, I have to go into my my Greninja. And at this point, I'm furiously calculating, like, please tell me, do I live an attack? Do I have to go for the Water Shuriken? Will Water Shuriken be enough to KO him? And it turns out Water Shuriken is not enough to KO him. If I get 2 hits, he doesn't die. If I get 3 hits, it's a roll. If I get 4 or 5 hits, we get it. So it's greater than 50% chance that we get it, but I'm a little bit worried. So I'm checking on Showdown, seeing what does this thing get in terms of offensive moves. It gets like Waterfall, it gets Liquidation, it gets Aqua Jet, it gets Crunch, it gets Psychic Fangs, it gets Return. It gets no Superpower, it gets no Thunder Fang, it gets basically no coverage to touch my Greninja in the current type that it's in now, except for Return. And do I think he's going to have Return on his set? No. Return would KO me. Actually, might not, because I think this thing only has like 92 attack. So, yeah, my play here is I'm going to go ahead and I believe I'm going to click the U-turn here. So, I go for the U-turn, he goes for Psychic Fangs. Thankfully, he outsped us there. U-turn comes out, and we managed to pick up the KO on this thing. So, that was huge. It was massive. Had we gone for the Water Shuriken, and we did not manage to, yeah, had we gone for the Water Shuriken, and he, oh my god, and he lived the hit, we would have lost the game. Thankfully, we went for the U-turn there, so that's a really big play. I was really happy with that play. In comes the Raikou. I can just go for the Ice Beam. I found out that it is not Scarf, it is Specs, so I can just go for the Ice Beam and manage to pick the KO. If he was Scarf, I would have gone for the Water Shuriken, which would have been a roll. Again, had we gone 2 hits, we would have been screwed. But Ice Beam comes out, and Ice Beam will to clean the game. Oh my god, this is such a long video, guys. I'm really sorry, but you guys can tell I was really happy with how this game went out. I was super, super nervous about it, and yeah, so GG to Blue. It was a hell of a game, honestly. Like, just an amazing game, honestly. Really, really fun game. It was incredible. He won right there, how he just stayed in with the Groudon, which is scary to think about because, yeah, we ended up winning 1-0 when he could have won 4-0. So, yeah, look, I will take it. I will take it. I will take it. I was so nervous. I'm still kind of nervous just talking about it now. And, yeah, so GG to Blue. Hell of a game. We moved to 4-2 on the season. I believe we're a plus, I think we're +7 or +5, something like that. I don't really remember. I think it's one of those two. But we're near the top. I believe first place is Gypsy. Obviously, he's undefeated. Then there's CJ and Aaron, who I believe are like both 5-1 or 4-2 or something like that. And then there's us. And they just have better differential than we do. So very, very, very scary that we're 4-2. We're staying in 4th place in the league. I believe every team below us now is 3-3. I don't know. Maybe Panthers 4-2 now. I'm not sure. I don't think he's played his week 6 game. But anyways, that's that, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on the video, and don't think I forgot, we did make some transactions, let you know. So the first thing we did, we dropped Quagsire, Rotom, Dusclops, and Glalie. We picked up Jinx for 3 points, we picked up Pikachu for 1 point, and we picked up Donphan for 9 points. So now we have a spinner, which is very nice because we do have webs. We have a better ground type than Quagsire. We have another rocker, we have more priority. I'm really excited to see these transactions in effect, and we moved our Z points, our Z users to Volbeat and to Donphan. So we had 19 Z points gone from Greninja, and we used up 11 from Volbeat and from Donphan. They combined to make 11. So yeah, we have a new team that'll be in effect for next week's battle against Aaron, the commissioner. So yeah, I'm still kind of nervous about it. Anyways, guys, I've been talking for way too long. Anyways, yeah, I'm happy about how this went. GG to Blue once again. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked the video, again, make sure to leave a like on the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. Let me know what was your favorite part of the video down in the comments below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.